What's up, guys? It's David coming at you from Organic Priced Books with a first look at a new release. We got Cyberforce, the complete Cyberforce, Volume 1. Before we get started, guys, if you want to be eligible to win a $25 gift card, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and you might just win. And then check out our Whatnot as well every Tuesdays and Fridays, Sundays sometimes. Check out our schedule on the Discord if you're not on there. We have a lot of great things for sale, like damaged books, as well as some out of print that we get. So, keep an eye on that. All right, so let's take a look at Cyberforce. We got two of them. We got the trade paperback, as you can see here, and the hardcover. So let's take a look. Now, it looks like they are exactly the same. You just, choose which one you prefer. Of course, hardcover, my choice personally. Or if you want to just get the trade paperback because it's less expensive and you want to read the story, then there you go. That's always an option. I'm going to use the hardcover because, it's better. I just say that because it's easier to carry and you don't have to worry about the edges on it being bent like the other ones. All right, so let's take a look. Now, if you know about Cyberforce, which I do not, it's very much like 90s style Spawn, Jim Lee Wolverine type drawings. Definitely is a comic book rooted in the 90s. And this one collects, let's take a look. It'll collect Cyberforce number 0, 10 Men of War number 1 through 4, Killer Instinct crossover with Wildcats number 5 through 7, Volume 2 number 1 through 13, Origins number 1 Cyblade, number 2 Striker, and Cyberforce Annual number 1. So it definitely has a different mix of comics in this one, but it's basically focused on the Cyberforce. There's Grifter. Now, I know some of these have jumped over to DC now. Like, for example, Grifter was part of the Futures End event that happened in DC like a couple years ago. So it's definitely been, they've been integrated into the larger DC universe, which is great because, you get to see some of these characters interact with other characters you would never think of, and you get to, if, let's say you liked Grifter, then that'd be like, oh, let me find out more about him, and you can read this, Strike Force 2 or other Top Cow comics, so you can see, oh, okay, I like this character. Let's see how they used to portray him before. So that's really cool. I like that is an option now, and these characters are getting more spotlights than they would have if, they would have just stayed in Top Cow. Now, okay, that's just my opinion. If you have a different opinion, please let me know. Please tell me in the comments that I'm wrong and that I should just never talk or show a video again because I don't know what I'm talking about. And, that's okay. I'll take that personally. But just like any anger or sadness I have, I bottle it up and I hide it deep inside of me, and one day it'll explode. And we'll see how that turns out for all of us. Anyway, as you can tell, Cyberforce is, like I said, very much in the 90s. Look at the way they draw the figures for the women's and the guys. Super big muscles, very, very like thin legs, like that. Very sharp edges and contours to the bodies. So it's very much like Witchblade, like a Darkness type of style artwork. Look at these curves, like that's not even human. There's no way any sort of body curves like that. So that's definitely, to me, is like very characteristics of the 90s, where you have insanely bulging muscles, heads that are tiny compared to the bodies that are enormous, legs that are like 12 feet long and the body's only like a little bit, with massive assets for the women. You know what I'm talking about? Wink, wink. I'm pretty sure that's Psylocke. I'm like 90% sure that's Psylocke. No, it's not. But yeah, so that's definitely characteristics of the 90s, and then Cyberforce looks like it's all very deeply rooted in that style of how they have it. Look, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this head. Look, the head is the size of my finger. And look at his fist is like 3 or 4 fingers. Huge. But that's just, that it made the 90s comic books really popular. So I definitely admire that. It's not my favorite style, but I can definitely appreciate it. This one's real cool. I like that. Let's flip that. So I think this just might be, it's still a little bit more of the story. And yeah, let me know if you like Cyberforce. Tell me how they compare to other super teams, or why you like them as much. Were they a little bit more raw, a little bit more edgy for your style than, like, let's say the X-Men or Teen Titans or any of the other big comic books. Why did you like Cyberforce, and why would you recommend that to other people to read it? Let's see. All right, let's see what any extras they have in the back. Still story. Okay. And again, guys, the hardcover and the trade paperback have the exact same amount of pages, so there's not anything extra you get in the hardcover. Looks like it just has, a little bit of the different numbers of the issues that are in here. And here is some more of the covers, so which is really cool. So yeah, guys, if you're really interested in the story and you just want to, read it, get the trade paperback. If you are a big fan of Cyberforce, get this hardcover as well, or instead. Or you can get both of them, and that's how you like to do. And I like that they have the DC information, because technically a lot of these characters jumped over to the DC universe later on. And there you go. So that is the complete Cyberforce Volume 1. You can get it at Organic Price Books, and I'll see you guys in the next one.